Well, hello there, YouTube. Today is March 19th. It's Monday. Thought I'd go for a ride. Didn't ride yesterday. I rode a little bit Saturday. But I had to get off the highway. It's really windy. Get on some of these country roads. It's really pretty. Been watching a lot of videos on the new 2018 Goldwing, and I like the looks of it. It's just really cool looking. It's you know, technology's just fantastic. But a lot of people said it's, I mean, I know the gas tank's smaller, the storage is smaller, but even the front of the bike is much smaller. So it's kind of like they're saying it's equivalent to like that ST 1300. They're trying to appeal to the younger crowd, not the older Goldwing crowd like us. But I still like it. I think you'll just have to do some things to it, like get some big wind deflectors, you know, on the sides, so it keeps the wind off your legs, and you know. But anyway, in the hot summer, it could feel pretty good to have some air on your legs. I'll let this guy go by me because I don't want to go fast. Anyway, so I watched Cruise Man. He's got one. He bought one, and he's I think he's for the most part happy with it, but he's just kind of letting you know some of the flaws. The GPS has some flaws. You got to jump through. Sounds like you got to jump through hoops to get it imported and imported correctly. You can't just use Honda Trip Planner like I do with this one. I just do it Honda Trip Planner and I put it right on here. But he's done some stuff today where he has to do it on like base camp and then run it through some kind of GPS babble and then import it into the GPS, which seems to be a pain in the butt. Oh. God, you gotta watch these guys. They don't have enough room to travel on these roads. Anyway, I'm probably still going to get one in a couple years. Maybe by then they'll have all the bugs worked out, but there's not really much of an alternative to a Goldwing that's liquid cooled. I mean, I like the new Honda or Yamaha Venture, but that shit, it's a twin. And it's air cooled, so you know that's not going to be an option. I mean, anybody that rides in traffic, if you get like I travel, and sometimes we get stuck in traffic, you know, in the hot temperatures and trying to go up the mountain roads like 20 miles an hour. Like if you've ever been to Jerome, that little twisty road that goes up there. I don't know where I'm at here. I think this is 195. If you ever been on those twisty roads going up into Jerome, hell, even with this bike I had to pull over because you can't get going fast enough because it's so twisty and it's all up like uphill. Even on this one I had to pull over several times and let the fans cool off the coolant because it was temp was way up high, and I have to go, oh crap, you know, because you just don't have any airflow. So just think about doing that on a twin that's air cooled. I mean, you won't, there's no way you can stop and let the fans cool it off. You got to shut it off and shut it off for a couple hours and let it cool, otherwise you burn the motors up. So why anybody would want an air cooled twin, you know, that gets hot, I have no idea. So another alternative is, I think it's a Kawasaki Vulcan 1700, and it's liquid cooled, but it's still a twin. And I watch a lot of videos on there, and the guys are complaining about their legs burning. You know, they melt their rain suits on the pipes, and it's just hot. I mean, I don't get hot on my Goldwing. There's no heat from the motor. Well, maybe on your feet every now and then, but you could put them out far enough, you don't get any heat. So the only real alternative to touring, and touring comfortably, is a Goldwing. You know, I'm not going to buy a twin, whether it's going to be air cooled or liquid cooled. Not going to buy it because there's too much heat. You burn your legs, you melt your pants, and you know, I don't know why people keep making those. I mean, I don't know why. I just don't get it. I mean, I want to travel and I want to be comfortable. I don't want overheating. You know, but still did this a couple times. I did it on the Interstate 70 going straight up into the mountains. We had to get on 70 for a little while because there's no other way, and the cars can't move. They're I don't know why they can't move up the mountain. So traffic was like 20 miles an hour going up the mountain. I had to pull over there a couple times and let the fans cool it off. I mean, I could go because I'm fuel injected, but apparently these old cars in Colorado are still carburetors, and they can't get out of their own way going up the mountains. So, you know, at least I had fans. If I didn't have a fan, I'd burn up those twins. You just burn them up. I know, it's just my opinion. But anyway, I love my Goldwing. I'll probably keep it longer than I expected. You know, I saw CS, California Sidecar has a computer-generated trike that looks pretty cool that they're designing. Hannigan designed it. Motor Trike's designing one for the new 2018. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I really like the Hannigan. That was really pretty, except didn't have any running boards. And I like running boards just to keep my feet, you know, from sloshing up all the crap on the road. Anyway, enough babbling. Bye. Oh, I know what I was thinking of. I was looking at alternative bikes. You know, if I didn't get a Goldwing, what else would I get? And the closest thing I got was a Kawasaki Vulcan that was still liquid cooled. But I looked at Indian, and oh my God, they should have never quit making Victories, because that Indian, I forgot what it was called, but it was two wheels and it was a bagger, so it was a touring bike. $38,000 for a freaking Indian. How can they sell any of those bikes? I mean, I spent that on a Trike, but on a two-wheeled motorcycle, what are they thinking? And apparently Harleys, they got $50,000 baggers too, it's like CVOs or whatever. And what are they thinking? I mean, people can't I guess they just don't want to sell bikes. So that's going to hurt them. That's going to hurt Indian. That's going to hurt Harley. You know, people can't afford their bikes anymore. So that's kind of shitty. Anyway, well, actually, I did find one viable alternative if you didn't want a Goldwing. It's probably going to be a lot more expensive. Is the BMW K1600 GLT. But the only thing I really don't like about that is they make it almost look like they completely forgot about their passenger. I mean, it's just a straight up back. There's no wraparound kind of seat or armrests, and it's just kind of like an afterthought. They weren't thinking of a passenger. They're only thinking of the rider. So I like that. A couple of the trike manufacturers Trike it, and it has a good cool technology too. A little bit smaller GPS up here, maybe not smaller, 7-inch. But it is a 6. It's a what is it? It's not a V6, it's a six-cylinder inline six, and it looks pretty cool, sounds pretty cool. But so that could be an alternative too, but I don't know. The bad thing about something like that is the customer service support across the US if you ever needed it. It's nothing like Honda, Harley, anything like that, so you might be kind of screwed. I really love the look of that new Yamaha, what is that, the Venture, Yamaha Star Venture. I love the look of it. You know, the dash, I mean the front end with the lights and everything, it looks really nice, but they had really screwed the pooch when they made it an air-cooled V-twin. You know, I just think they totally screwed that up. Anyway, bye.